Greetings, everybody. Greetings. You know what? Greetings. Just gotta go. You gotta go with the flow today. Don't ask me what's happening, please. I beg you, don't ask me what's happening. We've been here for a while. Came just after 6. We've been both technicians have been here trying to sort out the equipment. They sorted it out, ready to go, and then we get what we got. This is the Community Information Show. This is Lady Leo. I want to give thanks and praises to the Most High for health, strength, wisdom, knowledge and understanding, and all that you have lavished onto your people. Want to give thanks and praises to the skills of the engineers. I know you tried and you haven't failed. You've tried, and because we can still hear some music and you can still hear me. I want to thanks to the mystery DJ that was here, that didn't sign in. Didn't say hello to the people. Didn't say goodbye to the people. All this time I thought he was doing a show. In it. Anyway, if at any time you want to come and say hi to the people, I'm sure they'd love to hear your voice. This is, as I said, the Community Information Show on www.blessradio.co.uk with your host, Lady Leo, for now. Yes. Lots of technical hitches, but we can't allow things like that to get in the way of progress, and we can't allow that to get in the way of passing on the information to you. So let me start by telling you what I've been through since you last heard from me last week, Friday. Well, I don't think I did anything Saturday, but Sunday I went to the Coptic Church for fellowship down there in Tottenham. And it was wonderful to see what they did after church, what they did after the Knesset, not church, what they did after the Knesset was, it's Halloween. It was Halloween yesterday, and as you know, children love to dress up. But what they decided to do is have their children dress up in our African historians, and there was a number of different what do you call them? People just that were there, such as Marcus Garvey was there. Somebody dressed up as Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Jesse Jackson, Bob Marley was there, Mansa Musa was there. It was just lovely to see the colours. It was lovely to hear the children talk about, give you a little bit of an insight into who these people were, and that is a really good concept to do, because we don't want our children to feel left out in any way when it comes to dressing up, but they can always dress up in their own African attire. And we're going to touch Halloween a little bit later in the show, but we're just going to talk for now about how wonderful it was to see the lovely array of talent that our young people have. Some didn't even practice, some practiced. They got their costumes ready, they painted their face where necessary, and really did the part that they were supposed to do. So I want to big up the Holy Coptic Church that meets every Sunday from 11 till 2 down there in Tottenham, and I'm going to read out their information a little bit later in the show in terms of where you can go. Very good information looking at the spirituality from an African standpoint, and that is something that we definitely need within our community, because we've been brainwashed for so many years about so many different things in terms of spirituality, and it's good to know that there's an organization, and there's more than one, that is actually telling us where we need to be and where we need to go, so that we can help to eradicate some of the issues that we have within the community and on the streets. So once again, thank you for the lovely performance, young people, and there were some adults as well that was dressing up as well, and they did look good, they did look good. So that's something for the future for any other churches around the who might be listening to me. I might be talking to some pastors and preachers at the moment. You can incorporate something like that in your church in terms of African identity in your church, because the people in the Bible, they're all God's people, they're all African people, so therefore you can do things like that within your church, incorporate it so that you can you can combine spirituality and culture together. And I think that is sometimes what's missing in some of the churches. It's just spirituality, spirituality, spirituality. But I'm sure Jesus himself dealt with spirituality and culture. So do bear that in mind, yeah? So that was Sunday. Yes, role model. Yes, I was told that the word is role model. Yes, role model. What? That's the word. What's the sentence? Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Come to the mic. Come to the mic. Come to the mic. Yes. Oh man.
So it was the role model. Yeah, that's the word which she was looking for earlier.
The echoes on. Anyway, so that as you know is Raggedy in it. He's been here all the time. Didn't want to say hello to his people, but don't worry. So that was Sunday. I think Monday, Tuesday I might have had an easy day. Wednesday I went back to the Holy Coptic Church because they had an event on, and I did share that with my listeners the week before. I mean, last week Friday I was telling you about what they're going to be doing at the Holy Coptic Church, and the talk that they put on was none other than how blacks fuel the Holocaust. That was how blacks fuel the Holocaust. A wonderful, wonderful presentation there that they talked about. They looked at culture, they looked at the way we dress, we looked at the way we speak, looked at quite an array of things. And the Holy Coptic Church has been putting on Wednesday evening lectures for the whole of the African Holocaust month. That's the whole of October, and that bit has come to an end, but they're still meeting on Wednesdays to discuss other topics. So as I get the information to share with you, I will do so. And just to let you know, if you want to go and fellowship with the Holy Coptic Church on a Wednesday evening from 7 till 9, or on a Sunday from 11 to 2 p.m. They meet at T Chances, 399 High Road, Tottenham, London, N17 6QN. That's 399 High Road, Tottenham, London, N17 6QN. And for more information, you can call the Holy Coptic Church events team, which is 07903 130 472. That's 07903 130 472. Okay, that's the Holy Coptic Church. And then what did I do? That was Wednesday. Thursday. When was Thursday? It's Friday today. Yeah, Thursday was yesterday. So get my days mixed up. Yesterday, I met with a lovely group of people, and I'm saying lovely in terms of the fellowship that we had together. As you know, yesterday they call it Halloween. Why Halloween? And we're going to touch on that in a moment. But we got together and we were giving thanks to the ancestors and learning a lot of history. Because let's backtrack and let's talk about Halloween, and then I can talk to you more about the people that I met with. In between the 30th and the 1st every year of October to November, the 30th to the 1st, that is when they say the veil between the seen and the unseen world is at its thinnest. Okay, that's the veil between the seen and the unseen world is at its thinnest. In other words, that means that this world that we're in and where the ancestors are is at its thinnest. And it is known that the ancestors on the 30th of every month, they travel back to where they were last. So in order to do this, they need... What do they need? That's a very good question. We normally light a candle. That's it. We normally light candles. But that's why people do Diwali, and they do very different... Other cultures do a lot of things to enhance the spirit of the ancestors, or to welcome the spirit of the ancestors. But unfortunately, what the Europeans have been doing is that they have told us all about Halloween, the witches and the monsters and everything else that may be happening. Yeah. So what happens is that stops the ancestors from coming forth to us. So we're not supposed to be celebrating Halloween. We're not supposed to be embracing things like that. We're supposed to be welcoming the ancestors over the 3 days. Now, on this particular day, over these days we wear white. We you can take out, pictures of your grandfather or your grandmother and anybody in your lineage that you want to give reverence to. You can it could be friends, it could be somebody who played a valuable contribution to your personal life, or people in history that you admire, the works that they have done. So this is the time of year that we normally do it. So we need to, as a people, forget about Halloween, but we can still dress up if we want to in our African attire and things like that for the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st of November.
Dress up like our role models.
Yes, you and your role model. Is that a new term that you learned something? No. Yeah, it's true. If you're quite welcome. It's a community information show. You're quite welcome to get a chair and sit down and take part. I really don't mind. I'm not one of those presenters who hog shows. The show is about the community. The show is for the community. So even if you would like to take part in today's show, the number is 07944 431 That's 07944 431 Yeah. And so that's what that was about. So I want to big up some people who was with me yesterday and enabled me to learn more about this process. And as time goes on, I will be sharing more and more with you. And to tell you, and what I shared yesterday in the group was that to tell you that these people know exactly what they're doing. There was a film that I watched. I don't know if you've ever heard of the film My Forbidden Past. It's not a black film. It's called My Forbidden Past. As you go into that film, you will see a scene where one of the women, she's running to meet her supposed lover, and she goes to meet him where there's a lot of crowd playing, and in the background you can hear a professor speaking to another group of people about this time of year, and he actually says in the film what Halloween is about, and he says that you call it Halloween, but really that is not the Creole culture, and he explains fully what I've just explained to you. So that just goes to show that they do know, the powers that be do know what this time of year is about. But as you know, they always need to hide it from us, that we do not get that connection. It's very important for us to get the connection from our ancestors, because that's what can help us move forward. Yeah, like they say, the Sankofa bird, looking at your past to know where you're coming from and being able to move forward. So these are all things that we need to maybe start learning. You can go and learn about these things, but do remember that when you go on the internet to dig up any information, ensure the credibility of the person who's giving you the information or whose information you're reading, because 9 times out of 10 there's a lot of foolishness on internet, and if you don't know, you can just perpetuate the misconceptions and the foolishness that you've already got in your head already. So that's what's very important as well, knowing or trying to find out the right information that will help to carry you forward. So a lot of people, like I said before, they dress up as Halloween and want to be witches and whatever, but what you're doing is you're blocking out that channeling that needs to happen in order to move our community forward, and that's very important for nation building. Yeah, remembering our ancestors, asking them to help us and guide us. Okay, so that I just want to big up some people. I want to big up Remy, Shazan, Wadada, Auntie Jean, Ayo, Ostunyeme, Brenda Lee, I think it's Kaseni, Umi, Nia, Amamo, and I think that's Zanaba, and Sandy. We all met, and it was just such a lovely saxophone playing, fellowship with food, information, singing, prayers, all that together. It's just so spiritually uplifting. I think that's something that we miss in our community, because these things are not taught to us. These things are not passed down properly. And I think that could be maybe one of the things that we need to get, because I think without our spirituality intact, it will be very, very, very difficult for us to move forward. Yeah? And it's also part of the cleansing. There's a lot of cleansing that needs to be done. And it's also part of the cleansing process. If you're not cleansed, if you're not rejuvenated, you can't see your way forward. So I thought, yes, I'm glad I went yesterday, so I'm able to share that with you today. And as time goes on, I will give you some more information about events. I know there's some events coming up tomorrow, I think, that can help you understand more about this time that we're going through. Here's one right here that I will share with you. And this is All Souls Day celebration, Saturday the 2nd of November 2019, from 2 p.m. to 7 at Sister Space. So they're doing one as well. 243 Lower Clapton Road, Hackney E58EG. Okay, if you want more information, the telephone number is 07956 134 370. That's 07956 134 370. Once again, that's tomorrow, Saturday, the 2nd of November, Sister Space, 2 to 7 p.m. And just to give you something they're going to have on, they call it All Souls Day, presentations on the day by Lauren Lee Barron. He's that says ethnologic realm of the ancestors. Galactic Pride, we all know Galactic Pride. It says bringing the dead home, and also Brother Israel, the ancestors and astrology. Now, you may know those brothers, therefore you know that the quality of information that's going to be shared in that forum will be on point. Okay, once again, that's tomorrow at Sister Space, 2 to 7 p.m, Saturday the 2nd of November 2019. Oh dear me. Just want to remind you that this is a community information show. Your host today is Lady Leo, and we're here till the hours of 8 o'clock. May even go a little bit over, given the time that we started the show. And yeah, a lot of information to share with you. A lot. Go back to the ordinary community information to share with you is we're going to go over here. There's quite a bit, so do bear with me, and hopefully we should be able to get through all of it today. We've got if you want to do extra tutoring for your children, primary and secondary, in the comfort of your own home, you can go on a website called Generating Genius. That's Generating Genius. It's got here quality education in the best e-learning atmosphere from the comfort of your own home. It says register your child today for direct access to private online tutoring. No need to worry about sitting in the traffic or anything like that. Log on to your real-time live private tutor. We deliver lessons all around the world, you see. So even if you go on holiday, you can still be doing your homework. This is the classes for 2019 to 2020. It says now open for registration. Telephone number 07914 150 467. That's 07914 150 467. And they have extra, they help with extra maths, English and science, you see. So if your children or your child is lacking in some sort of form and wants extra help, you can help with that one. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna play this tune. a nice tune. Well, I hope it will play because I know we had a lot of technical problems at the beginning of the show. But I hope this one does play for you because I have selected some lovely tunes for this month. This month I called Remember Not to Forget. You know, each month we have a different theme, and the theme for this month is Remember Not to Forget. So if you do have any quotations or anything that you want to share in relation to Remember Not to Forget, you can give us a call. It's number 07946 443 no, sorry, 07944 431 366. That's 07944 431 366. Sometimes I don't know where my head is, you know what I mean? I really don't know where my head is. But anyway, that's the telephone number. That's if you want to take part in today's show. And if you have anything in relation to Remember Not to Forget, remember they also call this a time that we remember the soldiers and World War One and World War Two. We don't just remember that. We remember the African Holocaust in general. We remember our greatness before that. We just remember. It's just good to remember, you know, and then try not to forget it. So remember not to forget. This one's called I Am Blessed. If it does play, I'd like you to take part and listen to this one.
Here in the silence, I say a prayer. Though I've never seen you, somehow I know you're there. You're in the faces of the people that I meet. You're as solid as the earth beneath my feet. So if I should complain that all I have is not enough, forgive me, I've been given so much. And I am blessed every time I look into my Maker's eyes. I think of all the friends who touched my life. I realize in a world where some have more and some have less, I have loved and I am blessed. So many changes this world can put you through. Sometimes it's hard to find a way if our heart can get confused. But then I hold you and it all falls into place. You give me what time cannot erase. So when I'm feeling down or feeling sorry for myself, I look around and it's easy to tell.
Yes, that was a sound of eternal. That was no eternal, and it was called "I Am Blessed." I certainly am blessed. I really am. You know, sometimes in life we just forget how blessed we are. We go through so much trials and tribulations and upset and whatever that we sometimes forget, and we don't feel as though we're blessed. But when you look back on it, you can see that you're blessed. You know what I mean? So just try to remember that sometimes, you know, just look back, always look back and see from whence it is that you've come, and you may find out that you are blessed. This reminds me of last week. Sorry, you know, as a presenter, DJ or whatever, you have these headphones on your ears and you can hear yourself, and then when people come along and start messing about with the equipment, you hear all different tones of your own voice. And you know what? Once again, I sang good. This sounds better. I like what I hear right now. Yeah, you know what I mean. It is a serious show, but you know, it's good to bring your own character to a show, you know. And now they're taking things to another level, but they're putting on the echo, as you can hear. But yes, so we're going to get on with the show because it is a community information show. So therefore, I'm sure you've locked on to hear some information. Okay, you're not locked on for anything else. So we're going to get with the program. Just to remind you that there are still screenings for Pharaohs Unveiled. That's Pharaohs Unveiled. That's the film that challenges the stolen legacy of the ancient Kemetan history. It takes us into the inner worlds of Kemetan spirituality and reveals how they built the pyramids. And it's also where the pharaohs and the queens from the spirit world meet our history books. Also, there's questions and answers with the what's it called? Producers. That's it. Melanik Shabazz and Nefertiti, I think. Just to let you know that some of the screenings that are left, for those of you who are far and wide, we have on the 15th of November we've got Wolverhampton at the Heritage Centre, 7 p.m. It is £8, £6 in advance, £8 on the door. Heritage Centre, Clifford Street, WV6088. So if you want more information, I will give you the website to contact. Also on Friday the 22nd of November, they're going to be in Manchester at Z Arts. The time is 6:30 p.m. 8:50 is the admission. 335 Stretford Road, Manchester, in M15 5ZA. That's 335 Stretford Road, Manchester, M15 5ZA. Also, Saturday the 30th of November, they're going to be in Derby at the Quad. Derby, at the Quad. I remember last week saying some call it Derby, some call it Derby, but there's definitely no A in it. But anyway, Derby, Quad. That's 6:30 p.m. The tickets is £10 at the Marketplace, Cathedral Quarter, Marketplace, DE13AS. Right, and I had a call today. Spoke to Melanik Shabazz himself. He's telling me that they've got a screening at the Parkview Academy Centre on the 7th of December. So that's another date for your diary for those of you who are local. Once again, do go out and try and support our local artists, our local filmmakers, our local book readers, our book writers, our local everything, you know, because it all helps. For more information around the Pharaohs Unveiled movie, or film, should I say, documentary, www.eventbrite.co.uk. That's www.eventbrite.co.uk, or you can go direct to their website, which is www.pharaohsunveiled.com. That's www.pharaohsunveiled.com. Just to let you know that Auntie Jean's Sunday Market, or Auntie Jean's Sunday African Cultural Market, it normally runs from 1 to 8 p.m. The next one is on the 17th of December at Lewisham Village. Okay, or I should say the dates for Lewisham Village is the 17th of December and also the 15th of December. So you can put them in your diary. That's the 17th of November and the 15th of December 2019. The address for Lewisham Village is Unit 3, Lewisham Retail Park, London, SE137RZ. The dates for the Loughborough Centre in Brixton, which is 105 Angel Road, Brixton, London, SW9 7PD, is the 5th of December. And that's, remember, these are all Sundays. Also, the date for Chestnut is the 10th of November, 1 to 8 p.m, 280 St Anne's Road, Tottenham, London, N15 5BN. Right? So for more information, you can contact Auntie Jean, 07961 886 032. That's 07961 886 032. And that's for stores. Any other information that you may want to know, there's normally £5 charge, because also there's information, there's performers, there's drumming sessions. It's just a nice cultural vibe. Right, that's Auntie Jean's market. Just to let you know that we've got the Young Gifted and Black Awards. That's the Young Gifted and Black Awards. It says celebrating academic achievement and performance, and this is put on by the KCK. They've been going for 21 years, but the Young Gifted and Black Awards has been going for 16 years, and actually that's tonight. So therefore, you should have been there already. And for some reason, I don't know why I thought it was tomorrow, but it's tonight. So I hope they're all having a good time. That's all I can say about that one. And I want to give my apologies for reading that out, but at least you know it's taking place. And to also remind you that the Bade Fund Awards presentation, which was scheduled for tomorrow, has been cancelled. If you've got a ticket, or if you've already bought your ticket, can you please contact the organisers to find out how you can get a refund. Just want to let you know that Common Ties, that's a Common Ties which is run by Lawlet Hudson, celebrating West Indian culture and heritage. The next one is the 15th, Friday the 15th of November, from 6:30 to 9:30, Mary C. Cole Centre, 91 Clapham High Street, Clapham, London, SW4 7DB. Alright, the tickets for that event you can get via Eventbrite. These Common Ties, it's been going well over 10 years, because I remember my children were little ones when this was going. So Lawlet Hudson, she's not always in the country, she does a lot of work outside the country, so next time I grab her I will have an interview so you can hear more about Common Ties. Very good and well attended event that one is. That's where once again it's celebrating West Indian culture and heritage, and she's also the producer of the One Hand Can't Clap cards, the flashcards. So if you've got a flashcard and you're wondering about the person who's produced them, it's Lawlet Hudson, and she does a yearly Common Ties sessions. Okay, just to let you know that Nanette Walters, the artist, will be doing another screening of her artwork, her new artwork, at New Dawn on Saturday the 16th of November, and the title for this exhibition is called Magic, Melanin and Mood. That's Magic, Melanin and Mood. It's an art exhibition, as I said before, by Nanette Walters, and this is from 7 p.m. With an after party, and it's a free event at New Dawn, 206 Wells Street, and that's in Hackney. And we also have Tony Warner and Andrew Mohammed, the investigator, teaming up again. They've been teaming up quite a bit of late to put on some very informative screenings for you. This one is titled Stan Marvel Lee Black History Special. Okay, that's Stan Marvel Lee Black History Special on the 16th of November from 3 p.m. It's got here not to be missed. They'll be looking at Stan Lee's work, has inspired personal development programs, civil rights movement, and teaching of African history. So this is going to be taking place at Harris Westminster, sixth form. That's 11 Tot Hill Street, London, SE1 H 9LH. Right. So if you want more information on that one, go on Eventbrite, because I know that's where they do their tickets. Go on Eventbrite or go on justtickets.com and type in Stan Marvel Lee Black History Special and see what comes up, because they didn't give me the link for this, but that's where they normally advertise their stuff. So if you're interested in that one, please click on, once again, it's on 16th of November, 3 p.m. and that's a Stan, they got Marvel in brackets, Lee, yeah. And also they've got another one called The Queen and Two Kings. That's The Queen and Two Kings. That's on Saturday the 17th of November 2019 from 3 to 6:30 p.m. It says historical breakdown of the civil rights activism and legacy of three superstars of soul music and their UK connections. Again, this one's happening at the Harris Westminster sixth form, 6 Tothill Street, London, SW1H 9LA. Another one not to be missed. Okay, so this is Black History Walks production, and you might be wondering, who is the Queen and the Two Kings? Well, let me tell you who the Queen is and the Two Kings. The Queen is Aretha Franklin, and the Two Kings are Marvin Gaye and Sam Cooke. All right, so that's Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye, and Sam Cooke. They'll be giving you a breakdown about how their music links in and ties in with the civil rights activism and their legacy, yeah, and their connection to the UK. Just in case you're wondering, this is the Community Information Show. This is www.blessradio.co.uk, and we're here on Fridays between the hours of 6 and 8 p.m. just sharing and reading out a lot of information for you. Bless Radio we have updated our website, and the beauty of the website now is that most of these, or shall I say, some of these leaflets that I'm reading out, you can catch them on the website. So if there's anything that you've missed and you didn't get it very clearly, you can always look on the website and you can find some of these information. We're still uploading a lot of stuff, so do bear with us. Brand new website, www.blessradio.co.uk. It's now .co.uk, and obviously you must know that, otherwise you would not be able to hear me right now, isn't it? But just to let you know that if I am going too fast for any reason, or if there's something that you wasn't interested in at the time of reading, but you might be washing up the dishes later on and you might think, oh, I'm interested in that, just go on the website, it may be there for you to share and attend if you so need to. Just to give you some quotes in relation to remember not to forget, it says, we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. Yeah? We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us. We're also looking at things like a people without knowledge of their past is like a tree without roots. That's a people without knowledge of their past is like a tree without roots, and that was told to us by our Honourable Marcus Garvey. I'm just going to go over to another record break for you, so mix it up a bit, give me a chance to throw some water down my throat. And as I've just mentioned, no, let's play this one because we are talking about remembrance, and we are talking about, I haven't mentioned, I'll mention it after this tune, in relation to the state of African peoples around the world. So do take a listen to this one, and I hope you enjoy it.
I and I don't make up, I and I mind to go through the same thing like I and I forbearance go through. No people are cry blood, Africa, cry blood. Cry blood, Africa, cry blood. Cry blood. Who dare them to say that? Cry. Africa cry. Cry Africa, cry. In foundation. If anyone should trouble, cry. Cry Africa, cry. No more invasion.
You know, no, that's spell Leo, Lady Leo, yeah. Oh.
It's about time African and Africana should come together. Sing the same song.
This is Shazan, proud sister of Lady Leo, host of the Community Information Show. Tune in every Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. Lady Leo also hosts the Children's Cultural Film Club every second Saturday of the month. Children £4, adults free, for all the family. For more information, visit goldonyx.co.uk.
And now it's time for the Lady Leo with the Community Information Show.
African cry. Come on. It's about time. African and African should hold hands in honor. Yes, it's right. It was a king. Cry. Cry Africa. Africa cry. Cry. Blood, 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 blood. Cry.
L-E-O-O. You know? No? That spell Leo. Lady Leo. Yeah. Oh.
Come together, Africans. Cry.
Exodus, movement of the people.
Oh yeah. Well, my title, let me tell you this. Men and people will fight you down. Tell me why.
When you see John Land,
Let me tell you, if you're not wrong, then why?
everything is alright.
So we gonna walk, alright,
Through the roads of creation,
we the generation. Tell me why.
track through great
Right
tribulation.
through great tribulations, Exodus, alright.
Movement of the people.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, alright.
Exodus,
Hello, greetings. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hello, caller?
Hello, lady.
Oh, we can barely hear you. Hello?
What's happening?
We've got a caller on the line, and we're just trying to sort them out because we can't get to caller. We will call you back. Okay, we've got your number on the phone, and we will call you back. All right. When we've sorted, when we've just sorted this out, yeah. What a day! What a day! What a
We
day!
know where we're going. We know where we're from. We live in Babylon, Lord, but going to our father's land. Exodus, alright, alright.
movement of the people.
Oh yeah. Exodus,
Greetings, greetings. Hello.
Hello?
Ah, that's a lot better, but it still sounds a little bit fuzzy.
Hello? Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. 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 Are you there? Are you there? We're here waiting on you. Hello. 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 I can't hear her. Oh Lord. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, I'm very sorry about this. My listeners are very aware that when it comes to technology, I'm far behind, and I do have to rely sometimes on the expertise of my managers and technicians. So, if you let the listeners know your name and where you're calling from, we can start there. Your name? Diane. And you're calling from Kingsbury. Uh-huh, uh-huh. And what is it that you do? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I think we've lost her. Hello? Hello? I'm very sorry, we're having grave technical problems. Yes, yes, and I'm not quite sure if our listeners are able to hear you. I Uh-huh. Mate, say that again because I couldn't hear you very well. Hello, hello, hello. I think I've lost her because I can't hear any. Oh, you're here. Sorry. Say that again. Say that again now. Uh huh. Uh huh. All right then. Yes. All right then. That would be lovely. I can. I've got your number on the phone. I will give you a call after the show or during the week to find out if we can. When's a good time to come in. Yeah. Because. Right. I will do. I will do for you. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Yes, listeners, I'm very, very sorry because there's grave technical hitches today. I'm sure you could hear me, but if anyway, it sort of like throws me off right now. What was I doing? I forgot all that I was doing before. But you know what? We're going to get back in rhythm, get back in mode, and give you some more community information. Just to let you know that the Children's Cultural Film Club is every second Saturday of the month, so the next one should be next week. Yeah, next week. That takes place every second Saturday, as I said before, at T Chances, 399 Tottenham High Road, London, N17 6QN, and the doors open at 2 to 4 p.m. Children, £4. Adults are free. If you have a paying child, we have give free popcorn and free drink. It's a family-focused environment. There's also wheelchair accessible. So if you want more information, you can contact 07946 670 949. That's 07946 670 949. This is the community information show here on blessradio.co.uk. Running every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. And yes, we're going through some more of the community information news. Just to let you know that the Black History Studies, they present the Black Market and Film Festival, and the next one is on the 30th of November 2019. From 12 to 9 p.m. at the West Green Learning Centre, Parkview Academy, West Green Road, London, N15 3QR. A whole host of different businesses will be there, showcasing their arts, crafts, African-inspired homeware, jewellery, fashion, skincare, hair care, health products, food, books, DVDs, toys, professional services, and so much more. That's the Black History Studies, their Black Market and Film Festival. Yes, this is definitely the community information show. It's definitely Lady Leo here, and once again, we're going to be giving you lots more information as we go down into the show. Fast approaching the hours of 8 o'clock, and yeah, as I said before, this is the month where we remember not to forget. We remember not to forget a whole host of things. As I was saying before, we played those two tracks. That's Bob Marley's Exodus, and up before then was Burning Spears, Cry Blood. And we're talking about, I was going to share with you about this time of year. They call it the Remembrance, and they talk about World War I and World War II. But for African peoples around the world, we have a lot to remember. And remember, some of our soldiers, some of our ladies, gentlemen were in the war and very instrumental to the war. I think they say that the most influential man of World War II was an African man. And if it wasn't for him allowing people to go through France at the time, then Britain and America would not have won the war. So there's a lot of things that we need to be thinking about. But as we call this time, we just came out of October, which we call the African Holocaust, which we call the Holocaust, and we don't seem to realize that there's also an African Holocaust that is still going on today. We only talk about it during the years of 1940 something to 48, I think it's 45 to 48 or somewhere around there. But we need to understand that there's been a lot perpetuated on our people for decades and decades, and not many people talk about that. And I remember reading to you a couple of years ago, last year, about a place in America called the Devil's Punch Bowl. The Devil's Punch Bowl and other things like that. Management in there saying, "No, we know about that, but nobody knows about all these things." And it's very important that you do know about these things. Yes, that you do know about these things, and you can always go on the internet and learn more. But just to give you some information in relation to the Devil's Punch Bowl that people didn't seem to know about, I've got the information right here and some of the statistics that we need to be looking at in relation to our peoples and our own Holocaust. People always talk about the amount of Jews that lost their life in the concentration camps, but they fail to remember that the concentration camps were first used in Africa, in Namibia. Okay, it was used by the German Empire during the Herero and is it Namasku genocide in 1904 to 1908, and they say that between that time 1,032 to 3,000 men and women and children died in Shark Island concentration camp. So these are things that you need to know about, okay, so that you can understand, you know, that the Holocaust just doesn't mean people from like the Ashkenazi Jews. It also means our people. When they say the Holocaust, we're talking about the Holocaust. That's all people who have gone through a Holocaust. So remember these things, remember these facts. You know, I'm not saying that you're to dwell on it and not to move your life forward, but you need to be aware of your surroundings. People don't change overnight, okay? And when I was talking to you earlier about the Devil's Punch Bowl, just to give you some more information, they said during the Civil War in America between 12 of April 1861 to the 13th of May 1865, the Union Army, that's the North, were fighting to end enslavement of Africans, and that's the Confederate Army in the South. They wanted to keep Africans enslaved. So remember, it was the Union Army that wanted to end it, and the Confederate Army wanted to keep enslavement, right? So the Union Army in the North won the Civil War. They encouraged the freed Africans to come north, offering them assistance with accommodation and jobs. Remember, it was them who were fighting to end the war. End enslavement. So when the Africans went up north, 20,000 freed enslaved Africans were making their way north America to freedom to look for work and better living conditions. Remember, I said 20,000. This is just this episode. 20,000 freed enslaved Africans were making their way up for better living conditions. And there's a place called Natchez in Mississippi. The population rose overnight from 10,000 to 120,000. Yeah, because remember, the Africans moved up there to for better living conditions. The Union Army recaptured the men and forced them back into hard labor. Now remember, I said to you at the beginning, it was the Union Army that were fighting for the freedom for enslaved Africans. Yet, when they called the Africans up to the north, they recaptured them, the men, and forced them into hard labor. The women and children were put in three large, deep, steep prisons, yeah, in Natchez, Mississippi, and where they were left to die of starvation and disease and smallpox. Did you hear me? Right. The pit prisons, you might as well call them prisons, were managed by the Union Army, and they were known as, and the place is now known as the Devil's Punch Bowl. It is located in Natchez, Mississippi. It is a concentration camp. So that's another form of concentration camp. But this one's even worse because the people, they were put in a pit and just left there. The recaptured Africans were heard begging to go back onto the plantation, as they did not want to die there. So imagine being in a state where you've come out of enslavement. Imagine the barbaricness that happened there, and because you're now put in a pit. You know, this is a pit that you can't climb out of, and you're begging just to go back onto the plantation because that is better than where you were or where you are. It's also got here where the Africans died. They were left in the Devil's Punch Bowl to decay. So imagine you're down there, most probably frail now because you haven't eaten for days, and somebody that you know or another family member has died, and they're just left there amongst you while you're there. So imagine the stench down there, because you had people, there were no toilets, there were no, imagine. This is what our people go through, and you lot seem to forget that when they talk about the Holocaust, you're also in this. And that's why this month is called Remember Not to Forget. Because anything that happened then can certainly happen now. Because we know it's still going on in some shape, some way, shape or form. All right? And it says, it is reported that when there were heavy rainfalls, bones rose to the surface of the water. Imagine that. Bones, that means that the person's died, decayed, their skin has now come away from their bodies, and bones are rising when the pit gets full. Imagine, remember what I said? 120,000 people. No, sorry. 20,000 enslaved Africans. 20,000 is a lot of people. 20,000. They were all recaptured. They thought they must have rejoiced when the Union Army fought their cause. But why were they fighting their cause? Why would you fight to free someone from enslavement, only to enslave them and kill them? Look at the mentality of these people. Think about it. And then you wonder why they can treat us so badly in the street. Treat us so badly in schools. Treat us so badly in housing. Treat us so badly in the workplace. Treat us so badly in the hospitals. I can go on. And on. And on. Think about it. It says, today, wild peaches grow where the Devil's Punch Bowl is. But no one wants to eat these peaches as they know what fertilizes the land. Come on. So this is a time for you to remember. When they talk about Remembrance Sunday, you take your time and you remember all these things. Because to be very honest with you, it's in your DNA. It's part of your DNA, all this pain that has been passed down to you. It's in your DNA. And don't turn a blind eye and say, oh, it's got nothing to do with me. This has got nothing to do with me, because it's still happening to you. It's still happening to your people. Once upon a time, I remember we used to hear that somebody might got stabbed or killed by someone else, and you think it's so far away from you, but now these things are all happening on your doorstep. Your son or daughter may not come home tonight. Your husband, your wife might not come home tonight. Your grandparents might not come home tonight, might be attacked. You don't know. So we have to be vigilant. We have to watch what's going on around us. We need to open our eyes, we need to open our ears, and in some cases we need to open our mouth. You know, so don't just take my word for the Devil's Punch Bowl. Go and Google in the Devil's Punch Bowl for yourself and learn and find out what's happening down there. You can also type in I'll spell it for you. Natchez, sorry. Natchez, Natchez, Mississippi. Yeah? And do your own research. Always do your own research. Don't just take people's word for it. Because sometimes you don't know the mindset of the person who's giving you the information. It's like I'm on a WhatsApp group and somebody posted something, I think it was yesterday, about a man talking about the state of our women, African women, and and things like that. And I was saying to the group that we shouldn't really watch these things because we don't know the mindset of the person who's putting it out. What joy are they getting telling us that our women are no good and our women don't love themselves and whatever, and it could be one of our own, but to me it sounded like a Caucasian person talking, and whether it is or it isn't, we've got to think about the mindset of the information that's there and what that information is doing to our emotional well-being whilst we're watching it. And a lot of things are passed on to us via WhatsApp, and we watch these things and what is it stirring up for us? How is it helping us in terms of moving forward? So I was trying to explain to the group, the reasons why some of our brothers and sisters behave in this way is because they don't know who they are. They don't place value on life. They don't place value on circumstances because of how things, because of the narrative that we're living in. Yeah? What is shaping our mental thinking. And this is things that we got to change. You know, this is things that we have to change in order to move off our community forward. The narrative needs to be changed. The information that we're getting needs to be changed. And how we examine and have debates about the information needs to change in order for us to move forward. There's lots of different things you can look at as to why we are the way we are. And these circumstances are all by design. They're all engineered. All engineered. We are a wonderful people. We are a progressive people once we get our act together. Yeah? And I'm not talking about the one or two or the few. I'm talking about in terms of nation building. All that I'm talking about isn't about the single person here, there and everywhere who has made it. I'm talking about the collective. I'm talking about the nation. That's my thinking when I'm saying all these things. You know, I was listening to, I think it was either a record or a speech saying that we're not free unless all of us are free. And all are not free. Just look across the diaspora and we know we're not free. You know, you've got sisters and brothers bleaching their skin to no avail. What are they doing for their skin? What are they doing for the skin of their children when they give birth to their children? You know, think about these things. Think about how they're mashing up their DNA. And our DNA is so powerful, ever so powerful, that other people want our DNA. Why would they want our DNA? Why would they want to be having melanated skin if it wasn't a good thing? Do you understand? Also talking about Africa, they tell us that Africa is we shouldn't go there, it's a dump, it's this, it's that. You know, you go there, you need to have a heap of injections, otherwise you'll die of disease. But why are they there then? Why are they there if it's such a bad place? You've got to think about, when people give you something, think about why are you giving this to me? Why is it free? You know, remember years ago when those thin light bulbs came out and they're all, the government was giving them away free. They isn't giving them away free in Jamaica and other Caribbean islands. And then we heard that these light bulbs are all attributed to cancer. You know, think about why people are giving you something free. What are they benefiting from it? They might not be benefiting from it today, but they might be benefiting from it in 20 years' time. You know, because these people, they plan their way out of things. They don't just wake up today and say, this is how it's going to go. Everything's set. They've all worked out the plan for the next 20 years. So, who is doing our planning for the next 20 years? You know? Where are our strategists? What are we putting in line for our people, our children, our elders, ourselves? Who is doing all this strategizing? And what decisions are being made? How are these decisions being made for us? These are all things we need to look at, and that's why I've termed it the whole month, Remember Not to Forget. Because when you forget, that's when you end up in the same situation again. Always be alert. Always be on your guard. Always be ready. And if you can, I do know it's hard, but if you can, train your children the same way, to be ready, to be aware, to be woke, to know what's going on, to prepare themselves, access education, prepare yourselves, get your education, and use your education to help people, your people. Yeah? We're fastly winding up to the end of the show. Just got a couple more things that I'm going to share with you, but prior to that, I'm just going to share one more tune with you. There's a tune that I heard today, or that I shared today with somebody. Yeah, I want to play this one. Well, the engineer was here, and I don't know what they've done because I can't hear a total thing. Anyway, let me leave that. I really don't know what's going on today in today's show, but you know what? We can't let that stop us. I won't play this one today. I won't play it. It's not playing, is it? You're going to save me. Right. We'll start again. I don't know. I don't know. What did you do to this? Oh. Yes, anyway, here we go. This is the Community Information Show. You know what? I think we've come to the come to the end of the show because I don't understand what's going on. Yes, babe. You just changed the wires. Anyway, you know what? We're going to come to the end of the Community Information Show, right? And we're going to be back here next week. And we hope by next week we'll have a brand new set of wires to share with you lot. To share with you and to get the information across and the music, because you know what, sometimes the music does just as good a job as my voice, so that's how we're going. It is press play. Look, the thing's moving. Anyway, Lady Leo signing out for another information for another Community Information Week. All right, so there we go.
No cigarette smoking in my room. I still want Marley. Bless FM radio play good.
Them a wonder how blessed radio do this. I see them come with some go. Future prophet tell them we locks get longer. Need a naughty on it. Bless radio, you don't know. Pop the good music. Prayer.
Afrocentricity International UK are proud to bring from the USA for one night only Dr. Malefi Ketiasanti.
It's possible that your consciousness may be distorted, may be confused. You may have removed your
African people, if we would like to own our own schools, our own businesses, our own community development and skill centres, our own banqueting suites, police our own communities, and stop knife and gun crimes, give £1 or more per week to the Bade Fund. Please give generously today and remember our children and grandchildren's future is our responsibility. The Bade Fund, our future is our business. To contribute to the Bade Fund, go to www.baedfund.co.uk. So that's www.badefund.co.uk. Click on Donate Now, where you will find the details, or click on the PayPal section in the header box. The Bade Fund, the Bade Fund, the Bade Fund, the Bade Fund.
Many more will have to die.
This is called the cancer bush.
Oh, I've heard of this. The cancer bush.
It is from nature that diseases arise, and from nature comes the cure. Dr. Paracelsus. Cancer Bush, the hidden herb that supports and treats cancer patients, is brought to you by Mother Nature's traditional herbal remedies. Cancer Bush is the miracle herb and can also treat these following conditions: cancer, chronic fatigue, depression, diabetes type 2, piles, hot flushes, gonorrhea, syphilis, hemorrhoids, chlamydia, rheumatoid arthritis, tuberculosis, HIV/AIDS, mental stress, lupus influenza, swine flu, and more. To find out more, and if you or a loved one are suffering from the following conditions, please head over to our website on www.cancerbush.org.uk. If you'd like to email us, please email at info@cancerbush.org.uk. You can also call us on 0208 993 that's 0208 993 4870 or 07943 144 544. That's 07943 144 544. Cancer Bush, the miracle herb.
Rastadaya, Rastadaya, Rastadaya. This is Josh Shaka from station to station to tell the generation and the nations. Rastafari. Education is the key. All youth strive for development. Rastafari. Love is the key. Give them that message from me.
No cigarette smoking in my room. I still want Marley. West FM radio, play good tune.
So did you let alone? 'Cause I will love the Father.